Dr. Zenthara's forearms moved with practiced precision across the holographic interface, her crystalline eyes reflecting the data streams cascading before her. The Valorian research station, Quantum's Edge, had been humanity's prison for 3 cycles now, though the humans seemed blissfully unaware of their captivity. To them, it was a cultural exchange program. Subject 247 shows remarkable physiological resilience, she reported to her colleague, Dr. Vexon, whose tentacled form undulated with scientific excitement. Neural pathways unlike any recorded species. Emotional responses that defy quantum probability matrices. The human, Marcus Chen from Earth's Pacific Northwest, sat in the observation chamber, chatting amiably with the translation AI. He'd been there for weeks, subjected to every conceivable test the Galactic Scientific Consortium could devise. Stress analyses, cognitive mapping, emotional manipulation, genetic sequencing. Each experiment yielded impossible results. "Run the fear response protocol again," Zenthara commanded. The chamber filled with holographic representations of humanity's greatest terrors. Spiders the size of shuttlecraft. Darkness that whispered. Death itself manifested as a writhing shadow. The biosensors spiked momentarily. Then something extraordinary happened. Marcus laughed. Not the bitter laugh of hysteria or the hollow chuckle of denial. A genuine belly-deep laugh that somehow contained within it an acknowledgement of fear, an embrace of absurdity, and a fundamental rejection of defeat. "Fascinating," Vexon gurgled, his translator struggling with the wetness of his speech. The human emotional spectrum operates on non-linear principles. "Our models cannot predict," an alarm chimed. The empathy engine, a device capable of measuring and manipulating emotional resonance across 17 known sentient species, was sparking. Literal sparks of energy danced across its quantum cores. "Impossible," Zenthara whispered. "The engine is rated for emotional outputs 50 times greater than baseline sentient capacity." She initiated the advanced protocols. The chamber around Marcus shifted, becoming a perfect replica of his childhood home. The AI manifested as his deceased grandmother, speaking in flawless English about disappointment, failure, the weight of unfulfilled potential. Marcus's bio-reading spiked, grief, nostalgia, pain, but then something else emerged. He smiled, tears in his eyes, and began telling the holographic grandmother about his real life, his actual achievements, his hopes for the future. He spoke to the illusion as if it were genuinely her, pouring out love and gratitude for memories that shaped him. The empathy engine's sparks intensified. The emotional harmonics are achieving resonance with the quantum field itself, Vexon reported, his voice tight with scientific ecstasy and growing concern. "This is unprecedented." Dr. Zenthara's crystalline eyes widened as she realized what they were witnessing. Every other species they'd tested approached emotion as a simple input-output mechanism. Pain produced suffering. Fear produced paralysis. Joy produced satisfaction. Linear, predictable, quantifiable, but humans seem to experience multiple contradictory emotions simultaneously, weaving them together into something greater than the sum of their parts. They could be terrified and courageous in the same moment, heartbroken and grateful, angry and loving. "Initiate the despair protocol," she ordered, though her voice carried a tremor of uncertainty. The chamber became a void. Marcus found himself floating in nothingness, watching holographic projections of Earth's destruction, humanity's extinction, the heat death of the universe itself. The cosmic insignificance of all existence pressed down on him with the weight of mathematical certainty. And Marcus, I giggled. It started small, a tiny sound of recognition. Then it grew, becoming a chuckle, then full laughter that somehow managed to be both heartbroken and joyful, terrified and defiant, accepting and rebellious. "You know what's funny?" he said to the void, speaking to the cameras he knew were watching. "You're showing me the end of everything, trying to make me despair. But the thing is, we humans figured out a long time ago that everything ends. That's not the point." The empathy engine began to smoke. "The point is that we get to be here now. We get to love people and create things and be stupid and be brave and eat ice cream and tell jokes and help each other and mess up and try again. The universe is vast and we're tiny and everything is temporary, and that's exactly what makes it all so beautiful and ridiculous and worth it." His laughter filled the chamber, a sound that somehow contained within it the entire human experience. Every tragedy transformed into resilience. Every fear acknowledged and transcended. Every joy shared and amplified. The empathy engine exploded. Not a violent explosion, but a cascade of pure energy that rippled through the station's quantum field generators. Systems throughout Quantum's edge fluctuated as the emotional resonance propagated through their most sensitive equipment. In the aftermath, as alarms wailed and emergency protocols engaged, Dr. Zenthera stared at the readings in stunned silence. The human had achieved something thought impossible. He had generated an emotional frequency so complex, so paradoxical, so fundamentally human, that it had overwhelmed their most advanced technology. "Sir," Bexon reported, his voice filled with awe, "I believe we've discovered why the humans have survived everything their planet has thrown at them. They don't just experience emotion, they alchemize it. They transform suffering into strength, fear into courage, despair into hope. They're not just resilient." Zenthara nodded slowly, watching Marcus through the observation port as he helped their technicians with repairs, still chuckling about the absurdity of breaking a machine with laughter. "They're impossible," she whispered. "And perhaps that's exactly what the universe needs. The Galactic Scientific Consortium would need new paradigms. Their understanding of consciousness, emotion, and sentience itself would require complete revision, because they had encountered something unprecedented in their millennia of research. They had encountered humans. And humans, as it turned out, didn't just defy their equations. They laughed at them.